Welcome, Commander.
The professor is rested! Oh, little old me. First, do no harm. Another success. Yes, yes. It's okay, they're gone now. Your heartbeat is too loud. I spy with my little eye a waste of breath. Can I borrow this? Your skull is just right for my Isaac doll. Oh, Mikolopria. So glad you could join me. I hear you're good with a knife, and I need a second pair of hands.
We were told you needed.
Hands, yes. I've just the one, you see, after I had my arm removed. Makes some operations difficult. Hold this, please.
Why
It
did...
was no longer functional. My body rejected it after some modifications, so I had it replaced. Like a light bulb. That's what we do, you and I. Reject and replace.
Why is the Veramorph sedated?
We inject things with poisons, yes. First, do no harm. Rubbish. Doing harm is the first step to progress. What were you before you were a healer? Forest or something, right?
We were endless, rooted across a whole world. We were ageless and...
And boring. And then you weren't. You were uprooted, you joined the fight, and accomplished more in a few centuries than you had in eons before. The Eldred would leave the dying to their deaths. You reject that and replace death with life. I admire that about you, really, even if it's a bit short-sighted. The Generate are much the same, preserving life, sustainment, survival. I ask you, what's so great about it? A moth survives. It's a half measure. No, I refuse. I reject life.
What would replace life, if not death?
I'm not exactly sure, but that's what makes our work so exciting. Rather an eye-opening experience. Speaking of, if you could start here.
Is she wounded?
Our primary incision will be just above the ocular...
Ow! You can't slice what I can't see!
Quarantine breach. Quarantine breach. Non-robot, hold your breath and don't touch anything until further notice.
Nurse Miko! Sedation!
Here you can track battlefield performance, progress through story missions, and other stats for each available Battleborn in your roster.
Everybody! You're now fighting with the greatest. Take a moment to embrace death. That one! Dunk it! Take a shot. Oh the cycle. Ah! Ha! Ha! I got the stacks. Bills, bills, bills. Begin recording voicemail attempt number 26. Hey, Galilea, it's Solani. Just leaving this message in the hope that you have some time to... No, that's not right. Hey, Galilea, it's Solani. Let's get together soon. I'm free all the time. Hey, Galilea. I think I've got some free time in my schedule for you. I could try to fit you in. Hey, Gal! Hey, Leia! Galilea! What's up, girl? Nope. Dearest Galilea, I hope this missive finds you in good health and kind spirit. Henceforth... Galilea, help! There's a monster in my tank! Come save me and bring some snacks so maybe we can watch a holodrama together afterwards? This is Galt. I'm assigning you to guard Lonnie's quarters. I know you're super best friends and all, so I think it's best that you two hang out as much as possible. Bring snacks. Hey, Galilea, it's Alani. I miss hanging out with you. Let's get together soon. Bye. Save to drafts. It's not that I miss Akapos exactly. The text state clearly that its sea lives on in the members of my order. So I guess it's just me. I am that sea. But the spaces are gone. There was a cove at the edge of the undersky where I used to go when I didn't have room for anyone else. I would go there for quiet and for stillness, and sometimes I would let my light dwindle to nearly nothing. Our star was far away, and we relied on the sill, the glow from our skin, to light our way in the darkness. My teachers said that light and dark were not enemies, but friends. All friendships need balance to work. Total darkness would be as cruel as blinding light. But it didn't feel that way to me. Darkness was the same as quiet, and I liked quiet. So I would let my sill ebb, to the point where I couldn't even see the rock a few feet away. But there was a point where it would go no further. A glimmer always remained. Extinguishing it entirely went against the current of the body, against all instinct. Now I have joined the fight to save Solus, the last glimmer in the silence, and I see that instinct in all of us.
And we all shine on. It really is that simple. Rulers of our noble accord, I, Claudia Ambralia Divia, hereby wish to address a most disturbing division within our empire. Empress Lenore and War Master Rendane have, in their directives to our people, crafted a crisis which threatens our future survival. I am, of course, speaking of the Passage, the rather dark arrangement in which Rendane aligned the Imperium's destiny with that of the Varelsi. Citizens of the Imperium know and have seen the work of the Empress and her War Master in pursuit of this goal. For my part, I have diligently performed the duties of my office in support of the Empress's objective, working tirelessly to secure our safety after the universe's end. However, it is simply unthinkable that our sustaining mother, our Empress, would allow the wanton degradation of our proud and storied Imperium, such as we've witnessed since Rendane's rise to power. The discarding of our most treasured rituals and traditions, the outright dismissal of the ceremony of sustainment. These crimes are grave enough on their own! But then, the Lord Commander brought a beast to state functions. The lapdog he keeps at the ready to calm his terror-stricken subjects. Constable Cuddles, I believe it's called. And while I cannot deny the utility of such a companion, I must nonetheless object to its inclusion in matters of state. The wretched thing sheds everywhere, and the yapping is a constant interruption! And what if... Oh heavens! What if it were to... piddle upon the floor of the Great Hall? No! I can tolerate this no longer! Regrettably, I've chosen to resign my position. In addition to the reasons listed above, I have also prepared a brief, citing the numerous articles of order and propriety adopted by the Silent Sisters in oversight of these matters, violated in due course of the Lord Commander's reign. Ahem. Article 6A, subsection F.
Look in. You have our respect. Look into our face. Oh, ah, ha, ha. We thank you. We were young. We reached and spread over acres and eras. We embraced an endless horizon shaped by our own hands. We were our whole world. We were so young. Then we grew. We were older. We witnessed the passing of the sky, the last sliver of sun. We lost ourselves to the expanse. We fell beyond our own reach. Never again will we be whole.
I got something for you. Inappropriate gesture! How do you like that? The hits just keep on coming. Yeah. So I'm marching up the hill with a winter's worth of firewood strapped to my back, and I'm thinking, hell, it's a beautiful day. I'll take the West Trail today, shake up the routine, you know? And I'm going, and then out of nowhere, boom! A hide bear, surly as hell and 1.5 feet taller than me. And I remember, crap, I left my axe down the hill. So, I just charged at this hide bear, thinking, what the hell, axe or no, I'll just handle them with D's arms, right? So I charged at this thing, and I'm not even halfway there before I realize he's a silverback. You know, the kind with those wicked, nasty, poisonous death claws. I tell you what, man, you want to feel alive? Wrestle a silverback hide bear. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, the question was, what is your name?
Oh, Montana.
That a first or last name?
It's my only name, Chief.
Yeah!
Oh, I like this.
Now who's that riding in?
It's
Is that
me.
his gun popping in the wind?
Yeah, it is.
Hats into the air, it's Montana.
Throw the bitches.
Atop his tiny legs, he
I mean,
comes
they're not that
breathing
small.
for all his enemies' bombs.
Yeah.
Giant gun, small
Big ass gun. I mean, it's fine.
Montana.
Yeah. That's me. Uh-huh.
Battleborn is where he's from. Favorite pastime is fighting scum.
It's fun.
Fives to his buddy Oscar Mike, it's
I
Mon.
like that guy. Yeah! Ow! Ow! Stop! Hey! Come! Oh no! Keep going! Keep going! Ooh.
I show you near. And hat.
Commencing disciplinary hearing. Case number 4827.223. Subject, Orendi. Please be seated.
Help! Get this thing off of me!
In accordance with Consortium Criminal Code, the subject is charged with the destruction of LLC property.
Security! Somebody! Anybody!
Shut up! Order in the court or whatever!
Heinous crimes detected. Stand by for updated charges.
Might want to hold off on that for a sec, computer fella.
No, please!
Yes! Yes, please!
Further criminal activity detected. Stand by for updated charges.
Disengage the lock! Open the damn doors!
I'm gonna rewrite your bowels!
Stand by for updated.
Next! Next!
Stand by for.
Chaos magic!
Stand.
So long. You are, in my opinion, a buffoon. And winner. 8 kill. Loser. Like I said. Not so bad.
Young miss, please. Please put that down before you hurt yourself. It is incredibly dangerous.
Are you frightened, Marquis? Frightened of a little girl?
Hardly. I am frightened of your parents. Now put the face distorter down before I... Before
you what? Come on, Magnus. Cat got your tongue. Out with it!
Before I do something about it, you detestable thing!
Marquis! Marquis, stop that this instant!
Oh my, young miss, I am dreadfully sorry, but I don't know what came over me.
Dad! Dad! The butler just tried to kill me!
No mercy, no witness. I'll mark that one under dead morons. There we go. I'm my own biggest fan. The upside, the downside.
Personnel log, encryption protocol, D'Andy Alpha TR43. Although I guess it's hardly necessary. You know, to hell with encryption. Let's live dangerously. History records the first utterance of the precept shortly after the rise of the Generate Imperium's current incarnation, one that valued the continued survival of the species above all else. Some scholars argue that after the adoption of the precept as something of an official credo of the state, the Imperium began to lose its way, culminating with Lothar Rendain's rise to power. I'm pleased to report that with today's victory, we've corrected this error in judgment on the part of our ancestors. And as the smoke clears and we Generate closely examine our destiny, I believe it's time we shed the precept once and for all. We are taught these words from birth: by any deed, at any price. But those of us who have survived the Solus War know that there are some costs that cannot be paid, some debts that will follow us for the rest of our freakishly long lives. Now, our task is to find new words to guide that destiny, alongside our new allies. I'd like to suggest live together, die alone. But I'm open to alternatives. Rendain is gone, but so is our beloved Empress Lenore. And though we find ourselves rudderless in this new age, one thing remains clear. The path ahead is one we must walk together, as stewards of the last star, sentinels of the dark. Children of the Precept, our battle is not yet over, and if we're really fortunate, it will never truly end.
Attend hut. Looking good. Mwah. Little kiss goodbye. I'll get you there, and there, and there. Swap. Oh. Hey, ladies. Mwah. Oh, yeah. Take off! Toby, Ernest here. Being that we're gonna be squatters for the foreseeable future, I want to tell you a little story about yours truly. As you know, avians come in all shapes and sizes, but we as feathered fellows generally get lumped into two categories: the flyers and the flightless. That's been the line drawn in the sand since time immemorial, and as a fellow flightless fella, it's been a thorn in my backside since I was hatched. Seems like you've been suffering under the same indignation. But I'm here to tell you, soldier, us flightless types, we're carved out of wood. We had to work twice as hard, hustle twice as fast, and be twice as smart as our airborne counterparts. We're the underdog. Bird. Under bird. And that's been the fire under this old soldier's ass since the day he entered the service. And you got that same fire, kid. Under your ass, and in your heart, and in your colorful language. But a soldier's gotta own that fire, Toby. You gotta hold it in your hands. Flippers. You got flippers. You hold it in your flippers, and you forge it into something more. So what if you can't fly? You've got a propellant that beats the ever-loving pants off of wings. A propellant that'll launch you screaming into the stratosphere. That propellant, that's fire. This metaphor is extremely overextended, but you get my drift, right? Right. Listen up, Toby. Asshats like Benedict are always gonna rule the skies. I say let them. They don't got the heart that we do. They don't got the fire. Don't you ever lose that. If you do, I will personally beat it back into you. Am I kidding? Do you really want to find out? I think not.
And victorious pose! Okie dokie. Bring it on! I f***ing dare you! Pop and lock! Oh yeah! 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 I am consumed by hatred! Break time! Check! Check! Ready! Any more kneecaps need breaking, fellas? Ah.
Scanning for meat bags. Ah. We're gonna have a great time together. Stands for annihilate.
Not long ago, Isaac was the lead manufacturing magnus for Minion Robotics, the most profitable division within the LLC. But following the shutdown of the Magna Carta, he left the organization to pursue what he called other cooler interests and disappeared. Until last night, when he resurfaced on the LLC Holomatch circuit, besting a record 31 opponents in a grueling 6-hour elimination bout. Isaac joins us now, live from the locker room at the Arc Fleet Arena. Isaac, thanks for being on the program.
It's a pleasure to be here, fella.
You've been missing for years, so perhaps the most obvious question is, why surface now?
Well, once the Magna Carta went dark, I instantly realized the futility of my actions. No matter how hard we fight, and no matter how hard we try, there's no doubt that we're all well beyond screwed, destined to be dragged into the void by the Varelsi. And then it hit me. Reality is a joke! There's no reason for it to be at all. The only logical conclusion is that all physical reality emerges from a simulation run by horrible, unethical monsters. I just wanted to let everyone know before I burn it all to the ground.
And why the CWF Hollow Matches? Why pro wrestling?
2 reasons. 1, lots of you idiots watch it, and I wanted a broad platform to spread my messages of nihilism and dread. 2, pro wrestling is both hilarious and violent. I've always wanted to try it.
You've got a big fight tonight with El Dragon, one of the most decorated champions in CWF history. But with your unprecedented ascent to the ranks, you're the odds-on favorite. What's your mindset going into this fight? What's your strategy?
Oh, I'm going to tear his f***ing arms off.
Even my inside. This is the way we clean our teeth. With force! Put that in your drink and drink it. Freeze! Nobody make a move! Oh, here, have, her!
Chief Science Officer's log. After a not insignificant amount of tinkering and mad scientisting, I believe I've stumbled upon a solution for Kelvin's communication problem. The being is so telepathically powerful that tuning into his particular frequency should be no problem at all. And if I'm right, and oh, listen to me, of course I'm right, we'll be having polite conversation with our new terrifying associate by supper time tomorrow. Thanks, science. You're welcome, Mr. Cleese. Now then, let's give it a go. Kelvin, please come here for a moment. Yes, I'm sure whatever you said is very interesting and compelling, but just come over here for a second. Very good. Now then, turn this dial here, adjust this doohickey. Give me a lever, won't you?
On m'appelle Kelvin.
Not quite. Maybe here? No, that's definitely wrong. Let me try one more adjustment.
I am the winter of your discontent. I'm indebted to you, fellow.
U-G-L-Y! You're ugly! Time for a fight! I'm ready! Hover mode engaged! You guys take this one. Come on, tough guy! Fly by! I have no idea what I'm spelling. Oh well. Collect all five! I must save the innocent! It's just this o'clock. Time to run!
You smell terrible.
The
Gut T. 1, 2, 3. Auf Wiedersehen! To Hemsworth Arms R&D. Hello! This is Marquis de Caliber, and I wish to report what appears to be a grave design flaw in my cane. Anonymous Research Monkey, brace yourself. My cane is not a gun. Shocking, I know, but true. I have examined my cane thoroughly. I have reviewed the design schematics on file at the Intellectual Property Archives, and perhaps most damningly, I have pointed my cane at the financially destitute, shouted bang, and they did not explode into blood and dirt, no matter how many times I tried. My dear Research Monkey, this will not do. I can hear your objections now, but Marquis, you belch. Why not wield it as a club and bludgeon liberal arts majors into unemployable paste? Such a strategy is possible, but inadvisable. The risks associated with exposure to poor people cooties and patchouli stink are too great. No, there is only one solution to this problem. My cane is to be a gun. It must be a symbol of class, distinction. It must excel in the eradication of hobos and hobomorphic entities. It must be gold-plated so that it might accessorize with my gold-plated victory yacht. And it shall be called Bindlebane. Now get to work, Research Monkey. Oh, wait! 2 guns. Put another gun on my gun! Yes!
Here it comes. Give me your best shot, mate. Yeah! Showing my best today. You're one easy mark, mate. I am the greatest assassin. And you're dead. Denizens of Solus! Ever have one of those problems that you just can't solve on your own? Trouble with a boss? Disputes with a neighbour?
or irreconcilable differences with a spouse and their lucrative life insurance policy? Have you ever thought to yourself, gosh, I can make all this go away with the judicious application of cold-blooded murder, but I'm a bit too soft-hearted to swing the axe myself? Then you need to call on executive executions. I'm Pindaka Pendles Lakana, sole proprietor and star assassin of EE, and I'm here to tell you that there isn't any problem that a good old-fashioned assassination can't solve. And after scores of successful hits all around the tattered remnants of the cosmos, and the darkening of my own star, of course, I'm bringing my tried-and-true services to Solis. Sure, the universe may be ending, and that's a big problem for all of us. But that doesn't mean we don't have all kinds of little problems that still need solving, and throats what need slitting. And those problems won't be coming back once I'm through with them. That's a Pendle's promise. Trademark pending. Once you've contracted with executive executions, you can rest assured that you've hired the most cold-blooded, black-hearted killer in the cosmos. And that killer's commitment to customer service? Second to none. We take all contracts without exception. No target is too big, too small, too elderly, or too adorable. So why stand around waiting for the object of your hatred to expire of old age? Take action! Call on executive executions today and bury those problems 6 feet under.
No. No. We're done here. You need more practice. Rotten. Just nasty. Bored.
Wrath?
Dandy, it's not your shift yet.
Yes, well, I'm not used to resting without the spectre of impending death hanging over me. I need some time to adjust to, you know, hope. May I join you?
I suppose.
Thank you. Not everything you hoped it could be, eh? In the days before our assault on Tempest, slaying Rindane was all you could think about. Now you're hardly sleeping. Quests for vengeance are loathsome burdens, aren't they?
I'm fine.
I have no doubt that you are. But you have to come up with some kind of plan, Wrath.
What plan?
For your future.
Not used to thinking about it.
None of us are. Hell, Cleese is scrambling because he didn't bother renewing our LLC emergency transport contract. He figured we'd all be dead.
How optimistic of him. I bested Rendane, D'Andy. The tyrant of our age. He's rotting in infinite, unbearable banishment, and yet all I can think of is his wretched face. I think of nothing else. I appear to be broken, D'Andy. I don't know how to live in this new world you've created.
I'd be concerned if you were sleeping well. But what comes next is up to us. In the meantime, I recommend a hobby, Wrath. To get your mind off things. Something related to swords and fighting.
I do like both of those things.
Doctor's orders. don't worry. We'll still have plenty of problems to solve. Rindane was only the first. You'll always have a place among us, Wrath.